Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Chef Mode. Today we're going to be creating a very simple and refreshing recipe. We're going to be making citrus salad using only 4 ingredients, so come and join us. So here are the supplies that we're going to need for today. You're going to need a spoon, a mixing bowl, a paring knife works best for cutting up your citrus, a tablespoon, a measuring cup, a plate, and a spatula. I'm going to be showing you 2 different methods on how to prepare this salad, so that's why we have the bowl and the plate. So our ingredients, we're going to be using 1 orange, 1 grapefruit, 2 tablespoons of honey, and some mint. First things first, guys, remember to wash your hands, and remember to wash your fruit, and remember to wash your mint. Today I'm going to show you guys how to segment citrus. It looks really difficult, but once you start doing it, it's actually pretty simple, and it's going to make this salad look super duper pretty. Segmenting fruit pretty much means that you're just cutting out the flesh without any skin, pith, or membrane. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to take your paring knife, and you're going to want to cut off the top of the fruit so that you see the flesh of the fruit, and you're actually going to use this part of the fruit as a guide to when you're cutting off the skin and the pith. You want to make sure that you get enough off to where everything inside is visible. And you're going to do the same thing to the other side. You're going to cut off the bottom as well. This just also makes it a lot easier for when you cut through the fruit. It stabilizes it more because we don't want to have things wobbling around as we cut. Also, make sure that you're careful when you're cutting. We don't want anyone to get hurt. Next step is you're going to take your knife and you are going to use this outside pith as a guide to cutting off to expose the flesh of your fruit. So you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut and from top to bottom. So as you guys can see, I've removed the skin and the white part, the pith of the fruit, to expose the flesh. So we're going to put that to the side, and then you're just going to use this as a guide for your fruit. So there you go. Keep cutting and try to get as much of the white stuff off as possible. You can always go back and kind of peel it off, so that's not a problem. Put that aside, and we're going to continue doing this till we have the entire fruit cut. As you can see, I have some of the white pith left over, so what you're going to do is you're just going to take your knife and you're going to slowly and gently get in there to take it off. If there's little bits and pieces like this left, you really don't have to worry about it. You don't want to squeeze your fruit too much because it's going to juice. So I recommend having a bowl underneath when we're segmenting, taking out the flesh of the fruit, just because you're going to have a lot of good juice that's just going to drip, and we don't want it to get all over the place and messy, and we just rather use it in our salad. So then what you're going to do, the last step in segmenting your fruit, is you're going to see these lines here. These are called the membrane of the fruit. You're going to take your knife and you're going to run it across. You're going to move your knife towards the center, and once you hit that little hard part in the center, you're going to stop. You're going to take your knife and you're going to go to the second side, and you are going to put your knife in till you hit the center again, and then you are going to pop out your fruit. And in the beginning, it's not going to be the prettiest. The first one's always going to look the worst, but as you get better and as you practice more, they're going to get nicer. So again, you're going to continue by going into the center of your fruit, pulling apart the membrane, and going back in, hitting the center, and releasing your fruit. As you can see, we have some of the juices already falling into the bowl. Once you get a couple of them, you can actually use your knife as a guide to kind of peel away at the membrane of the fruit. So there you go. Okay, so then you're going to go in, and again, you're going to cut the membrane of the fruit. It's going to release. You can also pull on it once you get it released a little bit. It makes it actually a little bit easier. So once your fruit is all cut up, what you can actually do is you can see that this fruit still has a lot of juice left in it. So what you're just going to do is you're going to just squeeze it out. You're going to squeeze it. See? Look at all that juice and all that goodness that's still in this orange. And then you're just going to throw this stuff out. And it kind of gets a little messy, so we're going to put that aside, and we're going to do the exact same thing to our grapefruit. Okay, so we have our grapefruit, we have our orange. Look at all this awesome juice that we have left over. We're going to give our citrus fruit a squeeze to get some more of that juice out. Next step is you're going to take your honey, and you're going to take about 2 tablespoons, and you're going to drizzle it on top. Actually, I would recommend that you guys taste a little bit of the salad before, because some of you might actually think that the salad is sweet enough with just the fruit itself. If you want, you can add the honey and just drizzle it on top. We'll mix it in anyway. And then the last step of our salad is you're going to take your mint, and the way you're going to separate the mint is you're actually going to pull on the leaves and take it off the little branch that it comes on. And you're just going to cut little slices off. Oops. So you're going to chiffonade. This little cutting that we're doing right now is called a chiffonade. You're going to roll your mint, leaf one into the other, and then just cut it up. So then you're going to take your salad, and you're going to take your mint, and depending on how much mint you like in your salad, you are going to sprinkle it on top, and you're going to mix it in like so. And then we have some mint on top. We're going to put this to the side. This is the first method of making your citrus salad. And now I'm going to show you guys the second way that you can make your citrus salad if you don't feel comfortable segmenting fruit. So as you guys can see, we've cut away the pith and the skin of our fruit. And this is the second method that we're going to use to make our citrus salad if you don't feel comfortable segmenting a fruit. So what you're going to do is once the fruit is peeled, you are going to take your knife and you're just going to create slices. You're going to slice your fruit, and it's going to look like this. When you're doing this, you might want to use a paring knife to cut away the skin, but you can use a chef knife if you feel more comfortable to cut the slices of fruit. There you go. Doesn't that look really pretty, you guys? And we're going to do the same thing to the grapefruit that we did to the orange. Also, when you're cutting, if you see you're using a paring knife, you can kind of rotate the fruit a little bit. Just so it's easier to get that slice. Citrus fruit is in season right now. It's actually the tastiest during the winter, and it's a great way to get more vitamin C into your diet. So we're going to cut another slice. If you see that you have some seeds, you can just take them out. As you guys can see, we have our fruit slices, so we're going to move our fruit to the side, and we're going to get our plate. And we are now going to arrange our fruit on our plate. If you want to add a little bit more crunch to your salad, you can definitely top it with some walnuts if no one's allergic, or some pomegranate seeds if you have any at home. So we're going to take 2 tablespoons of honey. A pro tip, if you want to get as much honey as possible out of your measuring spoon, spray it with a little bit of oil, and then it will just pop right out. We're going to drizzle some of the honey on top. And final step is we're going to take our mint leaves. You can definitely cut them up and chiffonade them if you want, or you can just actually tear them up and place them around your salad. A little bit more rustic. And if you guys don't like the taste of mint, you can definitely omit it. It just gives it that little extra freshness in our salad. So there you go, guys. We have 2 different ways to make a delicious citrus salad. We look forward to hearing from you guys. We love hearing your feedback. So send us a message and pictures on Instagram, Facebook, or email us, and see you next time.